Okay, gang, here's our first example. And if you notice, this is in implicit form because the y is not isolated. Try to remember that this is the part where students get confused. The derivative of x is 1, but the derivative of y is y prime. Okay? I'm just trying to do a little basic example here. The derivative of y is y prime or dy dx. The derivative of x is 1. Okay, and again, I'm going to use this new notation. If you stick with this for a little while, or you just sort of want to hang on to that, I'm not going to give you a hard time about it, okay? All right, so here we go. X is always done the same. So derivative of x is 3x squared. All right, now you have to use a chain rule here. So you first have to do the derivative of the 3, leaving all the other layers alone, right? Chain rule doesn't do everybody at once. Chain rule does one layer at a time. So I'm going to do the 3 layer first. So 3y2. So that is the derivative of the 3. And then I have to do the derivative of the y. Okay, the derivative of the y is going to be y prime or dy dx. Now, if it's helpful, if you want me to say this one in that way, I can say it as well. The derivative of the 3 is 3x squared. The derivative of x will always be 1. So if your brain needs to do like now the 3 and then the x, it would be like this. The derivative of x is 1, where the derivative of y is dy dx. All right, I hope that clears it up for you. The reason why is because y is a function of x. Y is a function of x. So it's dependent on something else, okay? All right, now that's the derivative. The derivative is done. I'm going to divide off the 3. So now so this is the derivative at this step. Let's just like make it look pretty. Let's see how we want to do this. So the idea is at the very end, you want to isolate dy dx. So my first instinct here is I want to just divide everybody by 3. That's sort of like my first. You don't have to simplify it the way I am, but that's sort of like what my brain likes first, because it's just less stuff to lug around. And again, if you need this reminder, 0 divided by anything is 0. Okay, now just because this guy's negative, I sort of feel like I want to just move this guy over here. And I'm almost there now. I want to get dy dx by itself, so now I'm going to divide off y squared. And now I just want to like have the dy dx on the left. Okay, and that is the final answer. That's dy dx. That is y prime, the derivative. Now notice that these problems are becoming more sophisticated, so that the slope or the rate of change is now depending on both the x and the y. So if I was trying to find the tangent line here, I'd have to plug in both parts of the coordinate, both the x part and the y part, okay? So these are becoming more complex at this point. Okay, gang, I'm going to end this video here, and I'll do some more examples for you. Catch you in the next one.